D.C. hosted the second event in NASA's 50th anniversary lecture series. Google Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Eric Schmidt discussed the benefits technology innovation and space exploration bring to society.
I think one of the things that people always forget is how much impact NASA has had on things other than space. Digital fly-by-wire systems, wind shear and icing. When I think about NASA, I think about Google, I think of both as being in the business of making things that were amazing commonplace.
The NASA Lecture Series is co-sponsored by Lockheed Martin. Validation tests of cameras and sensors for NASA's L-Cross spacecraft have been completed. The science instruments for the Lunar Crater Observation and Sensing Satellite were carefully placed into a shipping container at the Ames Research Center. They're being sent to Northrop Grumman's facility in Redondo Beach, California, for integration into the spacecraft. The L-Cross mission to search for water and other materials on the moon is scheduled to launch in the fall. NASA's Flying Observatory, SOFIA, made a brief visit to the Ames Research Center. The crew of the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy took time out from its flight tests at the Dryden Flight Research Center to make the brief trip to Ames. Center employees, their families, and Bay Area media toured the observatory. Flying up to 45,000 feet, SOFIA will make observations whose clarity Earth-based telescopes cannot match. NASA has unveiled a new book that brings majestic images of space to the fingertips of the blind. Touch the Invisible Sky contains color images captured by the great observatories of nebulae, stars, and galaxies. Each image is embossed with lines, bumps, and other textures, so the visually impaired can feel what they can't see. Braille and large print descriptions accompany each photograph. Created by two astronomers and an education specialist, Touch the Invisible Sky was introduced during a ceremony at National Federation of the Blind headquarters in Baltimore. Steve Cook, Ares project manager, and Homer Hiccup, a former NASA engineer and the author of Rocket Boys, launched a 1:100 scale model of the Ares 1 crew launch vehicle for employees at the Marshall Space Flight Center. Ares 1 is the backbone that will carry the Orion capsule to explore the moon and destinations beyond. The Marshall Center manages the propulsion system design and development of the Ares 1. Ares 1 was also featured during Alabama's Space Week. Students at Endeavor Elementary in Harvest displayed a model of the Ares 1 rocket provided by Marshall's exhibits team in front of their school. Marshall employees were also on hand to talk with students about a variety of space-related themes. 40 years ago this week, Apollo 5 launched from Complex 37B at Cape Canaveral. The mission to test the staging and ascent and descent propulsion systems of the lunar module. Both mission objectives were met, leading to Apollo 11's successful moon landing 18 months later.